now live on YouTube. You're not live all the way. You are in
all the way live.
You're in the 30s.
They are not ready for this today.
You all the way live there? You turned up?
I feel good.
I feel good.
Got my workouts in. I'm out here doing the damn fine. We can also talk about the Democrats, but I didn't even know there was a debate. All right, what's up, everyone? It's your favorite time of the week. It's time for a Diva Disturb with me, Miss Sophia the Diva. Okay, we are live here on BFAM 109.6. The call-in number for you to call and talk personally to the Diva is 678-383-4378. First of all, from the top, I just want to say happy Pride Month. We finished out strong, okay? June 30th ended it. We found out that Lil Nas X fell up out the damn closet now. And who else? The Christians are mad about stuff, but we're going to get into all of that. But we're coming up on the 4th of July holiday. And before I really get into my more comical things, I wanted to take a moment out to remember a friend. I'm not going to put his name out there, but those of us who are all in the circle, we know who I'm talking about. 2 years ago, July 1st, someone that we loved very, very much, unbeknownst to me and to many of us, we didn't know that he was depressed and chose to take his own life. What I wanted to say about suicide is that if you're thinking about doing it, if you can just reach out to someone to listen, please do. But I feel like in my friend's case, he had made up in his mind to do it. And the reason why is because he had a twin who did it 5 years to the day. And so 5 years later, he also chose to take his life. So I kind of was a little down in the dumps today, a little bit, because I remember my friend, and I just remember him as being an awesome, amazing person. He was always so laid back, nonchalant. It seemed like nothing ever bothered him. But sometimes the people with the biggest smile are also hiding something. People pretend well. So just check in on your friends, even if they look like they okay. Just every now and then sincerely ask, how you doing? You know, you just never know. Or just call and check in because you never know what they're going through. So don't ignore people and just be there for people because you just never know. And before the end of the show, I'm going to pull up, the suicide prevention number, so that if anyone feels that way. But for my friends and family, you know that if I get the call or the text message and I'm available, I'm going to call you right back. So whether it's 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm available. So call me, okay? I love y'all. I don't want nothing to happen to y'all, and I would hope that you also, and some of you have been available. As you know, a couple of weeks ago, I was kind of in a dark place. But my prayer is up for my friends and my friends' family as well, because all of us were really hurt by that news. So what happened to me last week? Oh my God, my producer is like the dopest dude ever, right? Oh my God. He freaking got us a VIP night at this fabulous place. Apparently it's like a chain, but I didn't know that. I don't care because it was fabulous because it's here in Atlanta. So we got a VIP experience at Burn by Rocky Patel. If y'all check my Instagram, Miss Sophia the Diva, and my Facebook, you can see the fabulous time that we had. And I got my first cigar. So yes, I got my cherry pops on the cigar. Okay, isn't that awesome? But not in that Monica Lewinsky way. Okay, not that way. I don't. Drive a roll up the partition, please. So, you know, Let's see who's on Facebook. Hi, Alex. Hey, Mary. How y'all doing? Nichelle, I see you. You hadn't missed anything. I had just started the show when you came in. And, of course, my producer has this look on his face.
Hi, Nichelle.
Where he is. He said, hi, Nichelle. Okay. Oh, my God. Y'all are just, y'all two are team too much over here.
Somebody did die today.
Who?
Lee Iacocca died today.
Really?
94 years old.
I thought he was older than that. I thought he was about 104. Rest in peace to Lee Iacocca. If y'all don't know who he is, let me get it right. But it was the car company. Was it Ford? Yeah.
Actually, his biggest thing is he saved Chrysler in the early 80s. They were going to go bankrupt.
Yep, I remember that.
He just grabbed him and said, look, we'll take you with us. And they screwed him and went right back to Chrysler.
Alex, AC says, what's up, y'all?
What up, AC?
Robert just said, what up, AC? He was like one of my first guests, so he will always be special and have a special place in my heart.
Cherry popper.
Oh, Lord. But either way, y'all, if you are in Atlanta, y'all definitely have to go check out Burn by Rocky Patel, Ask for Luann. And when you go in the humidor, you might see this fabulous, beautiful black man named L.A. Brown. Oh, my God. His beard is everything. Okay. And he's originally from Inglewood. You know. Okay. So, God, I miss LA sometimes. Sometimes I just wish I could afford to pack up and leave. But, that's why I kind of left LA, because it was just too expensive. Speaking of expensive, have y'all know, you homeowners that live in my friend told me, come on back. I'm going to move in with you and Royal, and me and Miss Pumpkin going to have to live with you. Okay, so anyway.
Oh, my.
Nichelle, she told me, come on back. David tried to get you to come to Atlanta.
I can come there too. I'm coming back, but I'll come back.
He said he could come there too, but he gonna have to come on back. He got him a little cutie pie, his little granddaughter. He just she loves and adores her pop. Okay. Let's see what is going on. Now, first of all, to my audience, I want to apologize. We were supposed to have a guest tonight. This young lady is a hip hop artist, and she unfortunately was in an accident on her way here. So let's send up some prayers for her and her girlfriend as they were on their way here to the Battery tonight. Okay. I was like, fixing Jesus, because y'all know what I've started doing on my social media platforms, my YouTube, because people have been asking me, like, when are we going to get our reviews for Real Housewives of Potomac and all this? And I've been doing those individually and separate from the show, because typically I always have a guest. So I need for y'all out there who are watching and listening, I have topics probably that's going to last us for the first half hour. Okay. And, then we're going to have to, we're going to talk about ambitions. I hope y'all watching that. That's the new show on OWN. It is fucking good. Okay. We also going to talk about To Have and To Hold Charlotte. The drama spilled onto my Twitter account. Okay. That shit was hilarious. I was like, oh, hell. The HBIC that came on here. She checking up, honey. And then who else have I not talked? We can talk a little bit about Euphoria. If you're not watching that show on HBO and you got teenagers, you need to start watching it, because, baby, I'm going to call my godchildren and make sure they doing what they need to. Oh, my friend Nichelle, girl, Ambitions on Big Little Lies and Euphoria. Those two come on HBO. City on the Hill comes on Showtime. What else is new out there? It's just a lot of really good programming, and scripted programming, if y'all notice, is really making a comeback, because for a long time we were all inundated with a lot of reality TV, and I'm very much still into reality TV, but I really like me a good storyline that I know is not real, but it also, like, for instance, with Queen Sugar, one of the things I like about Queen Sugar is relatable, because this is what goes on a lot of times in family dynamics. You have one that thinks they're better than, so they're going to go out and destroy the family name by telling all the secrets. I'm still on the third season. Girl, you gotta come on, get with it. Gotta get on the fourth season because girl, it's good. And I posted my review for that already. But if people want to talk about it, I'm open to talk about it. But let's get into this first. Oh, look, this is what's been disturbing me this week. So I'm in a group on Facebook, and somebody posted something that touched a nerve with me. And my family probably gonna be mad about me talking about this, but here's the thing. I get that it takes a village, but how do you all out there feel about parents who make their children, their older children, take care of the younger children, and albeit forcibly take care of them? Let me tell you, when I was growing up as a teenager, first of all, I thought I was going to be an only child. My first sibling didn't come along until I was 9 years old. Okay. And as I got older, I had to do things like take care of him. Okay. As if I was the parent. Like I would have things to go do with my friends as a teenager when I was in high school, and my parents would make me cancel my plans and take care of him while they go out. That ain't right. You ain't going out Friday night. You got to stay here and watch your brother. Resentment. Parents, I get why people do it, but at the same time, remember, we did not sign up to have children, okay? You chose to procreate and have a child. And I get it. In some countries, it's that way. Because like one girl chimed in, she was like, well, I'm from Nigeria, and that's just kind of how we do it. And I know in the Black culture, that's kind of just how it's always been done. But it also creates resentment and dissension amongst the siblings sometimes. And like people who come, I had a friend I used to work with at a law firm years ago. At the time that I met her, her parents had 15 kids, okay? And still going and would joke about it and say, oh, they just our little blessings. And the older ones would cringe every time they knew that their mom was pregnant, because you know what that meant? Another child to take care of. So I'm curious to know, has anyone else had this experience? What is your opinion on it? And that's going to be our question of tonight. And I will bring it back up throughout each segment because I want to know how people feel about that. You can also call in and voice your opinion on being the older child, being the older sibling. I have to do it with my sister too, because it's like maybe that's why I don't even have children. I'm just gonna be honest about that. It's probably why I raised them. I raised my brother and my sister in some respect, and for a while I did resent them. I did. I was like, oh, why they come along? Oh, and so, but I love them dearly. My brother is one of my biggest supporters. My sister and I are truly sisterly. I have a younger brother too, but I wasn't around him like that because by the time he came along, I was 23. Okay, so I didn't.
One of your listeners, Nicholas Reed, says that's been happening forever.
It's been happening forever, Nicholas, but do you feel like it causes resentment in a way? Like, I don't mind babysitting, number one, but number two, don't make me change my plans because I can't go out with my friends because you want to go out. That's a choice you made to have a child. But anyways, we'll get back more into that. Again, the topic of the night is childhood resentment from taking care of your younger siblings. Either way, I am Miss Afia the Diva. You're listening to BFAM 109.6, and this is A Diva Disturbed. We'll be back after this commercial break. Hey, Auntie Love, I see you watching. Is that the new song?
That was Kamari.
Okay, so y'all just got through hearing a little sample of, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Kamaria. I was in love. I've recently met a producer online that produced the song. What do you mean? What happened to Megan Thee Stallion? I hope ain't nothing happened to my girl. Every week I try to showcase different music from different genres and tastes that I prefer and like, because quite frankly, the stuff that's out there today, it's only a handful of artists I'll mess with. Oh no, every week the rotation changes. Every week it changes. But that was K Maria. She's out of Detroit, Michigan. I was hoping to have her call in, but we got our wires crossed because I want to talk to her and possibly the producer, which is John Michael Halcott. Halcott. Ah, yeah, sorry, y'all. But either way, that's a really hot song, and I believe he is Grammy Award winning. Let me look him up real quick on my Twitter. Really nice man. All right, what's up, everybody? We are back here again for another segment of A Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6. I am your host, Miss Sophia the Diva. You want to call in and talk live to the Diva Sugar, you better call in at 678-483. Oh, Lord, 383-4378. I always chop that up. Let me get it to you. One more again. Okay, one more again. Okay, that is 678-383-4378. Sugars. All right. Either way, we are now talking about our question of the night.
You were out there.
So the question of the night, we're going to continue on with our topics, but anyone who wants to chime in, the topic of the night is childhood resentment from having to take care of your younger siblings. I suffered from it from a time, but don't get me wrong. And if my brother and sister are watching this, y'all know I love you. But I was forced to take care of y'all at times. Now, my brother, he lucky to be alive. I ain't gonna even lie. He would be doing, like, he was, like, always climbing on stuff, right? And I was like, I'm not getting that for you. He would just climb. I was like, if he fall and bust his head, he just, I don't know what to tell mom and dad. He just gone. I don't know.
Where's Nick?
I love you, James.
What
you mean? He gone. But I love my brother now, and he has always been protective of me. I remember I was dating a dude, and my brother rolled up on him, but he was on crutches, and he was gonna beat down you at that dude with his crutches. And he was like, if I was 20, that means he was about 9 or 10. I can't remember, but however, him and his friend, him and his little friend were very protective of me. So, but either way, let's get into some more of these topics that we have here. So there is a young man, I think this story comes out of Georgia. White people, or let me just say click and post culture. You don't know the backstory of some people's lives, so why are you posting this and thinking, oh my God, I'm so sorry, after the fact, okay? So a young man here, and let me get the story up. I thought I had it pulled up on my thing already, but I don't. But she took a picture of him, and let me tell you, because y'all know I'm a Christian woman, amen. Let me show you how God works. Okay, so he was asleep in McDonald's, and she snapped a picture of it, and oh God, this is just enough reason why I need to move out of Fayetteville. First of all, you in Fayetteville, okay? First of all, any of us that live in Atlanta, because I've been at Pastor Kim Church there. I love Church of the Harvest, amen. But I'm out there, to go. Pastor Kim gonna have to be Thankful Missionary Baptist Church, amen. But either way, you in Fayetteville, girl, it ain't that glamorous. So the guy's name is Simon Childs. He's only 21 years of age. He was homeless. His mother had recently died and he had become homeless. He's also a single father. He had been working he was working double shifts. So in between shifts, he was taking a rest and then was going to get up and go back to work. So it's like he was lazy and doing anything. So she posted this. People found out the story and started blessing him with things. Like now he gets to use a car to go on job interviews to look for better jobs. He got a haircut. People have given him diapers and children and his clothing for his child. I mean, thank you. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, because it's always Karen. What was this woman's name? I don't think it was Karen. But she did apologize to him for it. And, like he said, I thank her for what she did because, look, I'm winning now. And I'm just like, that's what happens sometimes. Just like the metro worker who was eating on the train and the woman that lost all her publication rights. You may have actually changed the course of how they treat their workers in that organization because of that. Because you still got to eat to keep going. Well, even slave owners knew you had to eat to keep going. Damn. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all know I'm just saying. But what was this? I want y'all to know her name because Becky Sue Carroll out here snapping. You want to be a photographer, huh? You want to take pictures of everybody, huh? She said, I'm sorry because, that horrified me. This breaks my heart for you. Caulfield said the online backlash forced her to delete her Facebook account. But Child said he's never been angry, only thankful. I do want to thank you, not for the post per se, but for helping me pick my life up off the ground. Even after our interviews, the two people once on opposite sides of the camera lens turned the focus on getting to know each other for the first time. She said, they asked her, do you think you would ever do something like that again? She said, absolutely not. I'll tell you something, Twitter is vicious. Facebook is vicious too. They will find you, honey, and make sure you lose your job, your livelihood. So think twice before you post. But I thank you, Miss Caulfield, because you helped bless a young man get on his feet and get better for him and his child. Okay? Thank you. Carmelo Anthony and Lala Anthony. I love Lala. I don't care what nobody say about her. I love her because somebody was like, she's not a great actress, but I think she's pretty good at what she does. I mean, is she really, with acting, we want a visceral reaction. I get that. But sometimes I'm like, maybe that's what the director wanted her to be. I mean, you can be a hood girl. I can act hood if I need to. Okay, not really, because my friend Roz told me that I was kicked out of her production because I wasn't hood enough. I just don't know how to be ratchet. I don't. But either way, so if y'all were paying attention, I think it was the Monday after the BET Awards, a picture surfaced of him on a yacht with some woman sunbathing, and he was standing over her talking. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Now, my friend said, I ain't hood enough. Michelle said, I ain't hood enough. I'm not. I'm Gitry, though. I'm ghetto country. I can be.
Gitry.
I can be Gitry.
Gitry.
Because, I love eating me a piece of pound cake with some cheddar cheese, honey. Okay, I do. People say that that's a country thing. So, she said I'm Bougetto.
She's what?
I'm Bougetto.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Bougetto. Yeah.
But, I mean, the thing is, though, and I never try to down anybody. Truth of the matter is, if anything, I'm just country because I was raised in the backwoods of Mississippi on a gravel road with cows across the way and horses and pigs and chickens. And people don't know I came from very humble beginnings. And I'm still very humble to this day. I try to be. I try to be. But Carmelo Anthony allegedly was with this woman, and he's now he's fighting back. He's like, normally I don't say anything, but I just want to go on record as saying I was on a business trip, and that woman was on that yacht with her husband and her family. And I'm like, okay. I mean, but here's the thing. In Hollywood, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. We don't know what these people got going on in their marriages at all. For all we know, Carmelo and Lala may have chose to stay together because there's still a rumor out there. It is alleged, and please know I am saying allegedly. Don't come sue me because I ain't got shit to take. I'm telling you that right now. By the way, if y'all want to donate cash to Diva 1977, okay, that's all I'm saying. I'll take $1 or $2. But allegedly, he fathered a child outside the marriage, and that's why they split the first time, or the time that we knew they had split, right? And so now we see him on this shot with this woman. The picture shows us something that could or could not be. But he says that he was on a business trip, and that woman is happily married and was out there with her family. He was a guest on the boat. So, but to each their own. I definitely try not to be judgmental. about people's choices. Just like, you know, people have open marriages. I don't believe in them, but that's on you. I could care less what you got going on. You ain't paying my bill. But if you paying my bills, please don't mess up my check, because y'all break up or something and just go crazy. I'm just saying. I'll tell y'all one thing, crazy story I heard yet was one of my friends at his job, one of the girls had to share a story with him. Why, I don't know. That a dude had fathered a child with her when they were in the threesome. I had heard it all. David, you ain't got nothing? You got nothing to say about it? But anyways, I'm Team Lala no matter what. I think she seems to be doing a great job raising their son. And kudos to Carmelo for speaking out about, you know, the fact that, you know, y'all are being disruptive to his marriage. Okay. But my thing is, if you had been faithful in your marriage, people wouldn't be coming for you like that. I'm just saying, if you kept your peen to yourself, I'm just saying. Speaking of which, real quick, this was not on my list, but this just came to mind. The Kardashians are at it again. Jordan Woods, baby girl, you need to get as far away from that family as possible. As a matter of fact, Black China, Amber Rose, all of y'all need to stay as far as possible from them. You know what? Rob about the only one that I would say I would mess with, but even he a little twisted in the game. But apparently, Kim had the audacity to say, and this is where Kim always gets herself in trouble. There is a superiority complex within that family when it comes to Black women. And people always say the Kardashians are white. I don't exactly say they per se white, because they come from the Middle East. Because what are they? Armenian? Persian? Yeah, they're Armenian. The most famous Armenians out there, actually. But all I'm saying, well, they're half, because I think Chris is like Irish or something. I don't know. But either way, which is kind of close enough too, because I've heard things about Irish men that they usually say about African men. But either way, so either way, she was saying that Jordan Woods got her money from her little sister, and then she did her little sister dirty. Which one is it? Kylie. Yeah, the one who had all the makeup, all the surgery. But either way, we're going to come back to that. And we're going to come back and talk more about the Kardashians and other disturbing topics. I am Miss Sophia the Diva. You're listening to a Diva Disturb on BFAM 109.6. We'll be back after this commercial break. Yes, Nichelle, pigs and chickens. Yes, honey. Maybe not pigs, but we had chickens. And one time we had a goose too, but we were just babysitting the goose. So, yeah.
How do you babysit a goose?
Well, you know, we made sure it was fed and stuff. They brought it over. It was my aunt's, my great aunt's stepdaughter needed a place to keep the goose. So that's how we ended up with it.
How you doing, Nichelle? We're in a break right now. I don't have time to talk to you during the show. Just, we're doing Facebook.
Okay, I can't do that.
That's
I can't turn it off. Okay.
She knows I get out of that.
Nichelle, you there? Is you there, girl?
Is you there, girl?
She said, "Hey, boo." Oh, Jesus. He said,
that was a pretty picture she said about both of them.
He's still thinking about your picture.
Man.
Somebody
hits the backside real bad.
Oh, shit. Hey, I see somebody's watching on YouTube. Show yourself. Say hi. How you doing? I can't see who it is. Show yourself.
Show yourself.
Who is you? Watching me down to the YouTube.
Show yourself.
you know I have no chill. And I'm high from this workout. It was so good. It was so fun.
Somebody goes in there, yells at you, and tells you to do this, and you get rewarded.
But it wasn't that type of boot camp.
Okay.
It was just like we had stations, and like the warm up was intense, but for me it was intense because yesterday I went and took spin. I'm telling y'all something. Y'all better be using y'all's LA Fitness or Gold's Gym, whatever y'all got. If they offering classes, take full advantage of that because it's totally worth it. But the guy that's the instructor for the class that I take, she said, now we need to find a pole class for you, apparently. So, speaking of which, remind me.
Michelle wants a pole class?
She's taking them. She's taking pole classes. Yeah. Remind me to talk about Chris Brown. Just say Chris Brown. He's been up to no good. You know, that's my child. I call Chris
I had a hard time thinking about something else besides her in a pole dance class.
Now you got David up here having fantasies of you on the pole dance. By the way, if y'all see my nails, Diva also needs a manicure. So if you want to drop $25 in my Cash App, that's Diva 1977. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm actually just trying to blow them out. Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back. You are listening to a Diva Disturb on BFAM 109.6. I am your host, Miss Afia the Diva, and I just want to thank you all for joining tonight. Again, we were supposed to have an in-studio guest, but guess what? You got me solo dolo, and that's okay. Y'all see my shirt? Can y'all see my shirt? Yeah. Maybe one day I can convince Phaedra Parks to come on, and we can talk about her and her side of things. I miss Phaedra on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know she did wrong, but if y'all can forgive Portia, the messenger, surely you can forgive her, the one who told it. I'm just saying. But we were talking about the Kardashians. Basically, Kim, shut the hell up. Okay, you just worry about getting your license to practice, because I'm on your tail right now. I got $20.20 so far, but I'm still working. What?
Say $20.20.
So towards my bar prep. Yes.
She was at the White House all week this weekend.
But you got some nerve. Basically, you trying to say that a black woman made money off of your sister when she was already financially established. Her parents were anyway, and she was a model. So, girl, back that thing up that you call an ass and just go the other way, okay? Get on the damn crazy train with your husband and go on about your way, okay? And can we please have Kanye back, the real Kanye? I don't know what y'all done to that man. I just want the Kanye back. Either way, I digress. Let me get on to Sarah Huckabee. Ugh. What I call her Huckabee. Her last name is Sanders too, ain't it? Sarah Huckabee said, "Me with my head held high, I'm walking up out of here." And I'm just like, girl, you don't need to hold your head. You need to have the high sparrow and his home chick walking behind you. Shame. 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 You lying, huzzy. You lied the whole time. When they put a mic in your hand, it should have melted from the hot lava lies spilling from your mouth. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Hi, hi. When everyone is honest.
I don't know what that is. I pulled up the article. So anyways, Sarah Huckabee Sanders' goodbye head held high tweet blows up in her face. Do not hold your head high, but hang it in shame, one Twitter followed back at the now former White House press secretary. Sarah Huckabee Sanders faced backlash, and this is according to HuffPost, one of my favorite online news.
Spit it out.
Oh, excuse me, y'all. One of my favorite online newspapers. Sarah Huckabee Sanders faced backlash on Friday for the way in which she bid farewell to her role as White House press secretary. She said she would walk out the gates of the White House with her head held high. It prompted many people to point out her well-documented history of lying on behalf of President Angry Wig, y'all know I don't like saying his name, administration, and failure to hold an official press briefing in the last 100 plus days of her job. Now, see, I didn't know that. So I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I really don't follow politics like I usually do. I just go show up to vote. You know, I'm just saying. Because at this point, I'm just like, anything that comes out of that administration, I just kind of look like, okay. The best thing he did, though, was roll back the incarceration, the sentencing guidelines as well. I think that's what he did, or something about no more private prisons. I know Obama had started it, and I guess Trump continued. I don't know, but I just, girl, don't hold your head up. She also said it's been the honor and a privilege of a lifetime to work with the president and his amazing team the last 3.5 years. You're the best. Thank you. And so somebody else, Soledad O'Brien, pointed out, you admitted to federal prosecutors that you lied to the American people. Do not hold your head high, but hang it in shame. Someone named Ewan Bradley, head held high. The last press briefing Sarah Sanders held at the White House was nearly 100 days ago on March 11th and lasted just 14 minutes. And then he used I forgot what she was, but I call her the High Sparrow's homegirl. They used the meme shame for her, okay? And so then somebody named Ted Lieu said, I can't tell if the press secretary Sarah Sanders is lying. Can you? I was like, oh my God.
She lies with a straight face.
And then they said she exits the White House today with her head held high. Here's another look at her contentious encounters with reporters and the credibility issues she faced. And so they showed, her going in on somebody. So, I mean, girl, I'm glad you're gone. Bring in the next liar. I don't even know who the next press secretary is. I really don't care at this point because this administration has basically tried to wipe out what a democratic republic is. So, just like recently, the Supreme Court, now this y'all dumbasses that went out and voted for all these people or didn't vote for the right people. Not to say any of them right. Let me tell you something. Nobody in this world is perfect. No one you pick is going to be perfect. Everybody's got skeletons in their closet and something they should hold their head in shame about. It's just that they're good at burying it and they got the money to do it. But trust me, all these moral, righteous people, they're not right, because anyone who wants to take away women's rights and not want to help the poor and the homeless, when it tells you, give me your poor and your homeless, they should just say, go ahead and take them and make them indentured servants, because that's pretty much what that's about. But the Supreme Court recently ruled, if you have not been paying attention, gerrymandering is not for the courts to decide. It is for legislators to legislate and make laws about. Gerrymandering allows them to draw lines on how they're going to have their constituents set up for voting time. That's how you keep getting repeat offenders. Like, what's that man from Kentucky that I swear got dementia? What's his name? Mitch McConnell. Snitch Mitch. Yeah, y'all need to really pay attention to that, because remember, President Obama appointed somebody to the Supreme Court and they never went through the hearings with him. They sat on it. Because what was it? Justice Scalia, his messy ass, he killed over and died doing a hunting trip. And Obama was in his last year of office and they never voted him in. Remember, those senators didn't do shit. Okay, they didn't do their job. You voted for them and we paid for them to do a job that they failed to do. Just remember that. Let's see what else. So my soror, Kamala Harris, running for president. Okay. Former Attorney General of the state of California. A former district attorney of San Francisco. She is now tied for number 3 with Elizabeth Warren, okay, after the 2-night Democratic debates. Now, let me tell y'all something. I didn't even know that the debates was going on. This is how out of touch I am. The only reason I knew is because my other sorors, Kim and Patrice, were online posting about it. I was like, I didn't know we had Democrat. Either way, I don't know if it was, quite frankly, my shows were more important than listening, because I'm like, it's too many of y'all. Oh, God, the cognitive dissonance that must have gone on. Either way, I'm very proud of my soror for coming out ahead. Kamala, what's going to take you over the top is if you come up with a very good plan to help us get rid of our debt as students. I've been trying to get a job as a public servant, even though I'm not licensed to practice, but I still would very much like to get a job in public service, but I just haven't had any luck. So if you got something for me, holla at Miss Soror. Skiwi. Either way, and by the way, if you do not know, when I call her Soror, I'm calling her my sister, okay? Because we are both members of the elite first historical Black sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Okay? My producer gets a kick out of that whenever I do it. Hey, Diva, it's you. Oh my God, it's another Diva. She's my Twitter friend. I love her. She also has her own YouTube as well. So it's Diva Fashionista if you want to subscribe to her YouTube. Okay, we us small YouTubers try to help each other out. Chris Brown, baby, Tokyo Vanity of Love and Hip Hop fame is going in on his ass. Now I know some of y'all don't like Chris Brown because he went upside Rihanna's head. I believe in redemption. I believe in second chances, and I know he didn't treat Karrueche right. As a matter of fact, there's two things we talk about with Chris Brown. Chris, it's over. Karrueche has moved on. Let her go. Don't be on her Instagram trolling her and her man, talking about he can't dress when you look like a crackhead, baby. I'm sorry. Diva love you, but you look like a crackhead, okay? All them tattoos and stuff, you just in the blonde hair and you're extra skinny. Heroin and coke, that's what Tokyo said you're on. But I'm going to call you out for your bullshit. Don't do that to that girl. You know, she is body confident, so you trying to throw shade at her, that just was uncalled for. So today, if you check Chris Brown's Instagram stories, he posted a picture of Tokyo Vanity with her not having any makeup on at all. And when it said, damn girl, you look good, let me take you out on a date. First of all, you wouldn't have to ask me twice. I would have went out on a date because it'd be a good meal, okay? Because we going somewhere to eat good, okay? I don't know where we're going, but you know, STK, because the Diva can't pay right now, so you take me to STK. That's all I'm saying. But we don't know. I guess he was coming for her. Why he chose to come for Tokyo Vanity? Because she read him and dragged him for filth all over the gram, okay? And then she was telling all his business about how we know you on coke and heroin. When we were in a club in Miami, you didn't want no dark-skinned girls. You only wanted light-skinned or you know, Mexican or Latin. Chris, really? You don't like girls darker than, like, could I come in the VIP with my skin tone? Because I sit in the middle. I always tell people I sit in the middle. I'm not dark. I'm not light. I'm brown. I guess a caramel latte, mocha latte. I don't know. I try to categorize mine as a tasty coffee beverage. But either way, Chris, come on now. Diva been rooting for you for a long time, baby. And I just feel like you should be my son at some point. I'm just saying. I do. I see him as my child. And I'm very disappointed. Either way, y'all, we have got to take another commercial break, and we will be back after these messages from our sponsors. I'm Miss Sophia the Diva. You listen to a Diva Disturb on BFAM 109.6.
There was something wrong with your boy.
Who? I know. I think because of his early exposure to sex, that might be why.
You're his mama.
Hey, I wasn't around then. I just adopted him after the fact.
Oh, okay.
You know, I adopt celebrities. You know, like I truly believe Beyonce is cousin Beyonce. You know, I do.
Can we get your cousin to write us a check?
Cousin Oprah. You know.
Cousin Oprah can write us.
What's funny is Oprah talking about, don't call me auntie. And I was like, she talking about the only time she wants to be called that is because in Africa it's a sign of respect, or by her godchildren or her actual nieces and nephews. And I was just like, Oprah, really? Even in America, especially amongst Black families, and I know for sure amongst Indian with the Dot family, they believe in the village, We call each other aunt and uncle as a sign of respect.
I just think it's disrespectful if you're in like a family that you ask somebody not to call you something. My family's got all kinds of nicknames for me I don't like. That's what family does. That's what we do. You like all your nicknames your brothers called you?
Fifi is the nickname.
That's it?
Mm-hmm. Now, my father, I had to tell him to please stop calling me. My dad, oh my God,
Called you, what do you call?
Fats. Because when I was a baby, I had really fat cheeks.
That's terrible.
Daughter of my loins.
Daughter of.
Hello, daughter of my loins. And I was just like, something is really wrong.
Dude,
And I'm talking about my bio. I'm talking about my bio. First of all, my father is a fucking genius. Okay, I'm just gonna say that right now. So sometimes the social.
Daughter of my loins.
I said, Daddy, don't ever say that again. Please don't. I love my father. I do. But he just help, Lord. Let's see. Whoever gets rid of student loans gets my vote. That's right. All right, what's up, everybody? This is Miss Sophia the Diva. You're listening to A Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6. You want to join the conversation verbally? Feel free to call in at 678-383-4378 or just drop a comment in my social media. We are hot right now on my Periscope. We got all kinds of questions and answers coming in. Yeah, we were talking about Chris Brown. I'm deeply disturbed by his color complex issues. I really am. I don't like it because as Black women, we're often marginalized anyways. It's like the lighter the skin, the more likely you are to get certain parts. And then the darker you are, the more they look at you like you're trash. Now, I will say this, in the past 10 years or so, dark-skinned women have been getting more bookings and that type of thing. But please don't be part or contribute to the problem already that divides us as a people. When now is the time when the Black community especially needs to be uniting. So I wanted to bring that up, but Tokyo Vanity did. And you know she's from New Orleans. She's from New Orleans, baby. So she was all up. That accent came out real deep. But y'all know who Tokyo Vanity is. If you watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, you've seen her there. I love her because you know people don't expect her to be so quick on her feet. She'll come up and slap you with a plate or anything. You never see it coming. She's slick with it. Let me see. Do I have a comment? No. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I cannot breathe. Okay. Christian folk who think that those of us who are a little bit more open to hanging out with our gay brothers and sisters, you know, or those part of the LGBT plus community, because I think there's like 9 or 10, 40. I forgot how many divisions of sexuality there are. And here's another thing I didn't know. I just learned something that women, born women, they like to call us cis. Now, all this time I thought they were saying SIS, but it's CIS. That means you're anatomically born a woman. Please don't call me that in my Oprah voice. Please don't call me that. I'm a woman. Just call me a woman, a female, a lady. Don't do that to me. That's all I ask. I'm respectful. If you want to be a pronoun, please be respectful. If I just want to be referred to as just a woman, okay? But there is something I wanted to share with y'all because this shit was funny as hell to me. And it's true. Remember when we were kids, all the reckless things we would do? And like we all would, well, oh Lord, I was trying to show my producer. But remember all the dangerous shit we would do as kids, like riding on top of handlebars and stuff? And nobody died. Well, I mean, I'm sure somebody probably died, but I mean, you know, it wasn't worldwide reported. Oh my God, everybody has to have a helmet. Like, I'm like, who doesn't go riding around? So BuzzFeed put together a list of 19 things 19 dangerous things kids used to do that would not be okay today. Actually, they still okay. Live your life, children. Be reckless. Number one, y'all remember them slides that were metal slides that would burn the back of your thighs? Oh my God, like what were they thinking letting us get on it? But I remember in school they would be like, okay, it's too hot out there. Don't nobody get on the slide, okay?
The plastic ain't much cooler.
The plastic ain't much cooler. I mean, basically someone's gonna have to invent a material that will stay neutral during the hot weather. And I'm sure there's material out there as long as it's safe and cancer free. Ride on handlebars of someone's bike as we went whizzing down a giant asphalt, no helmets. Or remember they'd be like, you want to ride? You'd be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna pump you. And like your friend would stand up the whole time and you would ride on the seat. I remember that. I used to do that. I was the pump girl because I could pump. I had strong legs. That's probably why I like spin so much. Putting water bottle or soda bottle caps inside your mouth, supposedly that's a choking device. I didn't do that, but okay. Remember we used to ride on the back of the truck and cops would roll by and no one would say anything. You would get pulled over for that. Or you rode in the back seat of a station wagon facing the cars coming right at you. I remember one of the girls in my third grade class, her mom had a big green Caprice Classic station wagon, and we were riding. But here's two that disturbed me. I said, who the hell is your parents? They sociopaths. Who the heck? This person said, this is the perfect time to tell you about two games my best friend told me he played with his friends. One is the hammer game, where they were all on the trampoline together and one of them would throw a hammer onto it and they'd have to dodge it as it's spun in the air. What the fuck? Who did that? And I had a bunch of white friends growing up. We didn't do that shit. Most we did was jump on the trampoline, okay? Because my friends Sherry and Terry, the boy and girl twins, said they had a trampoline in their backyard. The scissor game. I've never heard of this. That's why I know this was raised by psychopaths. Where they threw scissors at a fan and every boy had a pillow with which they had to block either their face or their torso, so they had to pick. I've never heard of such craziness. Stair sledding. Yes! That was awesome. My friend said country folk do that. Let's see. Anyone played popcorn on the parachute or anything with the scooters? I just remember the parachute. I didn't think that was dangerous. And we would be in gym class and we would be working it and we would try to catch whatever was on there. Okay. Let's see. What's the other ones? Bike riding without a helmet, out in the neighborhood, unsupervised with no cell phone, told to return when the sun went down. Or as some parents would say, come home before the street lights come on, okay? Held onto a sled. I never had this experience, but I always wanted to do it. Held onto a sled tied to the back of your dad's truck doing spin outs on the ice. I'm so here for it. I remember doing flips on the back of the swing. I also remember we had like this monkey bar thing and I would like twirl around all the time, like, and just use your body force. You could have broke your neck, honestly. Riding the playground carousel at the speed of vomit. Yep. Is that not safe? There are a lot of kids to do that? What kind of society we live in, Jesus? What? I'm so disappointed. Oh my God. Hey, Jamaica girl, how are you? Thanks for joining. You have a great night too. Let's see. What's my other ones? What is this? I used to go door to door. Oh, this one is funny. Hashtag this is a child but dangerous now. I used to go door to door for school fundraiser, just fully go into strangers' houses while they look through the catalog. What the fuck? Every time I think about it, I'm more what the fuck over it. Okay. I was like, okay. And that's true. I didn't do it because I always sent my parents to their jobs to give it to their people. Okay. Lawn darts, duck or die. I thought that was fun.
Lawn darts are awesome.
I didn't know it was there. Ate raw chocolate chip cookie dough. I still eat it. I don't care what y'all say. Hell, They say it is salmonella problems, but people always, I eat raw. When I was a kid, I used to eat raw cookie dough, cake batter. Yes. I even used to sometimes, because red meat fascinated me, my Aunt Betty would let me get a little bit and she would salt it up and I would eat raw red meat.
Poor boy sandwich. Is raw meat.
Just a little bit though. She would never give me a lot, but it would be just a little bit. Lick the spoon, yep. Played in the culverts under the road, yep. Basically your water drainage system, if you don't know what that is. Did front flips off of my dresser onto my bed. I think every kid jumped on furniture and did flips of some sort. Then they have the monkey bars. Remember the monkey bars? Like that. But today's parents, they're just like, oh my God, put on protection, do this. Oh my God, my child is going to die. And if y'all are watching Big Little Lies, I think the worst helicopter mom ever is Renata. Okay. So, anyway, speaking of licking the spoons, in Say What Now? Say What Now? Segment, Bluebell ice cream is under attack. Okay.
What?
Apparently, some woman decided she would go into a store and open up a carton of Bluebell, lick it, and put it back. Which thus now means that Bluebell, just like Haagen-Dazs, Ben and Jerry's, who else do I mess with? It's another one called Jenny's. That's Jeni''. I'm so mad at my boyfriend. I wish he had never introduced me to this ice cream. Terrible. Jenny's. It's not terrible. It's deliciously good and freakishly good. Yeah. So it's very fattening. I'm
not very happy with it either.
Diva, what were you laughing at? I missed that because you laughing at the 19 dangerous things. Them people are crazy, throwing hammers and knives and shit. What the hell wrong with y'all? Like, this ain't Russian roulette time. I'm just saying. Speaking of which, don't forget about the topic of the night. The question of the night tonight is children who grew up having to raise their younger siblings because their parents decided to have children and make them guardians of them while they were away. I don't mind doing it after school, but if I got plans on Friday night, I wanted to go out with my friends. And unfortunately, there were times when I had to cancel my plans. So don't forget that. If you want to comment on that, please do so. Now is the time. Oh, wait a minute. We almost break time? Oh, shit. Wait a minute. We got another break coming up. Oh, damn. I was talking. I'm glad that filled the time because we supposed to have guests. Anyways, I'm Miss Sophia the Diva. You're listening to A Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6. We'll be back after this commercial break. They need those plastic covers. They do. I don't know why Bluebell. Now, Bluebell already had, remember, for about a year, they were off the shelf and people were going mad looking for it. And so, but I don't mess with Bluebell anymore because I finally looked at the ingredients and I'm like, I'm good. I'm not eating that anymore. They use high fructose corn syrup. The only time I mess with high fructose corn syrup is the American Coca-Cola, the American sodas. And I'm mad at them about that because I asked Coca-Cola on Twitter, why don't they offer us Caribbean Coke as well? They offer us Mexican Coke, which I would drink, but they don't make it in cherry. And that's really the only Coke I like because regular Coke just don't do it for me. Unless it's Crown and Coke or Rum and Coke. I'm just saying, I'm just being real. When I do Hennessy or Cavassier is preferred. By the way, if y'all ever want to send me gifts, Cavassier is always a good one. And so is Maker's Mark Bourbon.
You can send those directly to this patient, please.
Yes, because he's going to partake of all my alcohol.
We have a 50-50 deal.
A 50-50 deal. You know what? We need to reach out, and I need to do it. I need to give Uncle Nearest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to get with them and have them come on the show and talk about Uncle Nearest.
Why not?
That's some good whiskey. That's some really. I got it. My friend had
We're working on Old Smoky. I also got a couple of cigar reps that are going to come over here.
Oh, did we get to? Can we puff in here?
We cannot puff in here.
Damn.
I know, otherwise I'd be puffing.
Yeah, I told y'all this week I just learned how to smoke a cigar, and now I like it. But I can't do it all the time because how do you get that smell? Like, I wear wigs from time to time.
Never do it now.
Somebody said put fabric softener. Well, for wigs, use fabric softener.
Never heard that before.
Yeah.
Then again, did you hear what I heard about edges?
You still want to talk about the?
Man, Monostat 7, I can't get over
He
that.
still, Nichelle, he still can't get over the Monostat 7 for the
I
edges.
cannot believe
for the
y'all
edge
rub
control.
a cream on your face.
But you mix it with like gel or whatever. But I you know what? I'm taking my biotin. I'm good. I'm taking my biotin. I'm good.
Sorry.
She said, "LOL."
There's no way I'm rubbing that shit on my face.
Where is my friend? My friend is not here.
Uh-oh.
Where?
Cash App girl go?
Where is Sugar Bay?
Sugar Bay not here.
It's not even about the Cash App. I just love having her and Breland. It's her, Breland, and Nichelle. Those are my 3 on Periscope. They always are on. I hope everything's okay. Now I gotta check in on my friend because I gotta make sure.
Like Nichelle was gone for 4 days. I was like, man, I ain't seen her name.
Biotin grows hair everywhere. Well, I have hair under my chin. She took me home.
About that Pilot Jones.
What is up, everyone? It's your girl, Miss Sophia, the Diva, and we are back here on the Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6. If you want to verbally join the conversation, feel free to call 678-383-4378. And the topic of tonight, if you want to call in and comment about it, or even just drop it in the comments on our social media, is about childhood resentment from being the older siblings having to take care of the younger ones. Should it have really been our responsibility, or should the parents have taken responsibility for having their own children? I'm just asking because it came up in a social media group, and I found it to be a fascinating topic because there was a time when I had a lot of resentment towards my siblings and parents for making me stay home when I wanted to go out and have a good time with my friends and be a teenager. Albeit not like them teenagers on Euphoria. Apparently it's the 21st century and these kids are like wilding out. Not that they haven't been for some time, but some of the stuff they doing, I'm like, oh my God. Like, you find out your daddy is into transgender men and the only way you have sex with your girlfriend is from behind. That's because he videotapes it. Yes. So, by the way, y'all need to get into Euphoria. By the way, Rue. By the way, shout out to Starship. We can talk about sex, because Starship is one of my sponsors, okay? And we are, actually, it's my only sponsor. I need more sponsors. I need for you, the viewers out there, to drop $1 in my Cash App so you too can get a shout out on the Diva Disturbed. That's Diva 1977. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, it is an adult novelty store.
What does novelty mean?
Toys and other things related to sexuality. Explore. Okay, so, hey, you know what? I wish somebody had told me about pleasure toys in my 20s. That would have saved me a lot of heartache and grief dealing with some of these, excuse my language, for those of y'all who might be the fuck boys. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It could save me a lot of angst. You get you a toy, you don't feel alone. You just go home and take care of yourself. That's all I'm saying, okay? Why you look, my producer is looking at me like, oh my God. Okay, so speaking of sexuality, and I started on this because it disturbs me to this day. I get it. In the Bible, we have Sodom and Gomorrah. We also have where, thou shalt not, marriage is between a man and a woman. But there are other components within the Bible that I try to follow. And that is, I try to love people and not judge them. And one of the things that really made me have a revelation about all this, because like when I got out of high school, I was very anti-gay. I was like, oh, if people are gay. But then you go to college and you have experiences. And believe me, I was not one of those people that went out and experimented with my sexuality. I've always been strictly peen. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But I don't judge people for the things that they choose to do. If it's going on, the only time I have a problem sometimes, I get it. Diva is fabulous. When I was at the Brandy concert a few years ago in LA, I had one that was just so fascinated with me. He just couldn't leave me alone. I was like, please stop stalking me because I'm not interested. Not because he was like, oh my God, you're just so beautiful. Da, da, da. And he was just so excited. But you could tell he was about 18 or 19, you know, just probably it just fell out the closet recently. And so I was just don't do that to me because I love y'all, but don't crowd the diva space. That's all I'm saying. But Sierra is getting backlash from Christian fans after she performed at the Worldwide Pride Festival. I'm like, first of all, y'all do know, I'll tell you how 9 times out of 10 you know somebody's gay, a man's gay. Anybody that stands for people like Beyonce, Sierra, if they say Barbara Streisand, that's, and I'm talking about you can like Barbara Streisand, but I'm talking about they just like, you know, oh my God, I want to be her. I love her. Watch that. Most men like Frank Sinatra. But either way, I'm just saying Madonna, the disco queens, like they love Donna Summer. It's just a way you can tell sometimes that it's like, okay, dude, I know. But you had to know the gay crowd is going to love Sierra. She's beautiful. She can dance. She can't sing. She got struggle vocals. I'm just being real. Have you heard her sing live? It's very tragic. Her and Ashanti, just don't. Anyway, she joined Todrick Hall, a YouTuber turned superstar, to perform his song Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels, along with her hit songs. The talented singer and dancer took to her Instagram account to share her excitement about the performance at World Pride, and then that's when the Christian congregation came and made her unfit. Wow, what a disappointment. Another opinion fan said, she is beautiful. He is confused. How he confused when he know he like being with men? Where's the confusion?
Because she's so beautiful, he should switch.
Yes.
Yeah.
The singer who so she prides herself on being a devout Christian, was chastised by an even more brazen fan who stated, I am so proud and happy for you, especially when you start to promote Christianity and the love of God. But I will tell you this out of love and as a devout Christian myself. Even if it was a video and it was not serious, by you promoting something that God is against is wrong. We are to love, yes, but we are not to promote sin. God hates sin.
Not very Christian statement.
Although many fans gave their unsolicited opinions about her performance, others supported her and even praised her for being inclusive. Let me tell you something. One of the things I'm taught is this in my walk, is that we meet people where they are. If I meet you while you gay, you just gay. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to love on you. I don't expect you to change. If you choose to change, so be it. I've heard of some men deciding that they didn't want that to be part of their life. But at the same time, I'm not going to judge you. And some of my dear friends, as a matter of fact, someone that I think is a brother, I remember when I was going through hell with an ex, he was there when nobody else was there. He helped me move my stuff out of that situation. He stood by me. So let me tell you something. Sometimes y'all cancel out people that can help you and bless you. When you go around judging and raining down fire and brimstone, I hate it. I really do. That's what I hate, because you're spewing hate and you're contradicting what the Bible teaches us. And I know what the Bible says. I know what it says. But I also think that there is nothing wrong with having friends and loving one another and being kind to one another. Because at the end of the day, I think that's what makes us good. Because we are supposed to be our brothers and sisters' keepers. And you know this. But instead, you keep throwing bricks and stones at people for what they choose to do with their lives. Get over it. If you don't like it, turn away from it. Get off her Instagram. Unfollow her. Hell, any of y'all can unfollow me at any given time. I really don't care. But I'm going to love whomever. My little brother is gay. One of my cousins just recently came out. He's gay. And I'm going to love him in spite of. And my family embraces them just the same. So I think y'all need to learn how to do that instead of casting people out just because of what you think is a choice. Hey, if they parts don't feel like they want to be with a female and they feel like a man works for them, let them be happy. Let them be blissful. Because let me tell you something. I don't want nobody. Like, who was that? Oh, who was that recently? Some story. Well, like for instance, in Euphoria, you have a man who has a whole ass family because society tells him he's supposed to get married and have children, is out creeping around in seedy motels with she-males. I'm just saying, and even though that's a storyline, that shit happens for real.
Every day.
Every day. Why do you think pay by the hour motels stay in business? But you people that are called Christians, y'all need to get over yourselves and stop throwing stones at people. I know the rainbow, yeah, that's God's promise, but hey, LGBT community took that. So, it can still be part of God's promise to Noah. So be it. You can do whatever you want to do in this society. But one thing you cannot do is try to belittle people for their choices. And I'm sorry, I got very passionate about that because it does disturb me and I find it very hurtful, especially considering now, my youngest brother, he's gay, and we just have to love him because the world is already cold enough by him just being a black man in general. So either way, y'all leave Sierra alone. Go get y'all some business. As a matter of fact, go read the Bible. Go meditate on it. By the way, it is the month of July. So you know what you could be doing? You could be reading the book of Proverbs daily. There's enough scripture in there. 31 chapters. Read one every day. I'm behind because I just realized it was the 1st of July. But I'm going to start. Y'all need to get you some wisdom. That's what you need to do. There you go. There you go. Let's see what else we got on the agenda. Well, that's about it for me. I'm no. My producer is looking at me like, what? So let me ask y'all something. Hey, Angie, I miss you too, girl. How are you doing? So let me ask y'all, did y'all yeah, I know it's the 2nd of July, but I just realized I'm telling everybody to do the Proverbs challenge so they can get them some knowledge and wisdom, because the book of Proverbs is the book of knowledge and wisdom. And I think there's a lot that can be found in there that can be helpful to some people. But did y'all get into this episode? I haven't gotten fully into it, but did y'all get into this episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? Speaking of children, because tonight's topic again is we're talking about childhood resentment and angst when you're the older siblings and you end up having to be responsible for the raising and caring of your younger siblings. Is that fair? And should parents, why we gotta be responsible for them? I'm just saying, because I didn't have no kids. Like, it's not like I'm the teenage pregnancy, came here at 15, 16 years old. But hold that thought. We'll be back when we get to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, as well as Ambitions and a couple of other shows we're going to highlight tonight. I'm Miss Sophia the Diva. You're listening to A Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6. Hey, new day, new age. This is my music. New day, new place.
I'm just space,
MJG 8 Ball. Hey, Memphis 10, what you do? What it do? What it do, boo?
You come back in, you're gonna be giving that money.
I want to read. Y'all give me some money so I can go down here to the bar where rich cars be. Down so I can get me a cigar. We met some really cool people Friday night.
Cool people I passed out about 40 cards that night.
You were really working the room.
I let everybody, I talked to everybody I could talk
I'm
to. I just
getting
had one old cat that was there right outside our table.
Frankie.
With the hair.
Frankie.
God,
Frankie is coming on the show.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I couldn't get the fit to me. I was hoping one of you girls could go.
He's coming on my show. I told him, I said, you have to be my new friend.
Oh my God.
I love
like,
he's fabulous though.
Exactly. He screams like, come talk to me.
He did. I said, when I saw you, I said I had to come over here. I was drawn to him.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he just come talk to me.
So, I mean, I hope, Frankie, if you ever catch this or you listen, don't forget to call me, honey. I want to talk to you. I want to hang out. And I like it because his personality is like, he knows that he stands out.
Yeah,
and that some assholes, like the ones I was talking about earlier, will pass severe judgment. But he says he don't give a fuck. I said, I bet he can beat ass too. Because I'm telling you something, don't ever do that with them. Ever. You get your ass beat.
Last thing you want to do is get your ass beat.
And somebody posted,
Man.
somebody posted on social media talking about if you didn't hear from your man yesterday, he was at the Pride Parade. I'm like, what? That is so wrong.
You're not looking for it.
What?
I think so.
It's on your head. How come I don't have a mic tonight?
Huh?
Usually you give me the mic.
I know your problems. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, usually the mic's 24 years.
So I found out that I can rent a MacBook Pro for the 2 weeks mine is going to be gone. So I'm excited about that because I really need to get. Well, they okay. Help feed me, I'm poor. Help me. All right, what is up, everyone? You are back here listening to BFAM 109.6. I am Miss Sophia the Diva, and the show title is A Diva Disturbed. It is that time of the night for all of you who are watching and listening, who catch this on the playback way back to contribute to my show. Okay? So anyways, my Cash App is Diva1977. My campaign, I have two campaigns going on. One is if all of my followers and listeners give me $1, I have 365 subscribers on Twitter. I have 970 people that follow me on Facebook. I have 2655 on Instagram. There is no reason why if all of you, crossing over, I can't come out with about $1,000, okay, tonight. Now, I know I'm being ambitious. All I'm asking for is cash out me $1 or $2. If you feel led in the Holy Spirit to hand out more money, feel free. But again, it is Diva 1977. Shout out to Starship on Cobb and Wendy Hill. You can go by there and have all of your sexual fantasies come true and then some. Hey, just go see them. You read about it. You can even, use actual articles. I was going to say something else.
Yes, sure. I took my glasses off. That was a go deep. Their toy of the month for June was the bling.
I had the bling. If you missed it, the Joe Jennings video, we did demonstrate that, which is really interesting because y'all don't know this, and I didn't say it, but that's the boo thing. So he just happened to be on when I was gifted with my toy. So hopefully in July we'll get another one and we can talk about it. We don't do per se product demonstrations, but I think it's very important for women, especially to get in touch with their sexuality. Another topic of conversation that has come up is in fact about that. And let's talk about that in the next segment because why not? But either way, feel free. I will drop everything in my comments and descriptions post show. But if you want to go ahead and give a Diva a little something, my Cash App is Diva1977. Okay, so just hit that, drop that. I love that. Thank you. That's beautiful. I need to actually hit the streets. But if y'all been out here in Georgia, I thought I was going to end up dead to the concrete today. It was so hot.
It was hot.
Oh my God, it was so hot. And not to mention, it wasn't just hot. Now, I'm used to being in 90-degree heat. Y'all know I grew up in Dallas, Texas, those of y'all who know me, and was actually born and raised for a time in Mississippi. But that humidity here in Georgia will damn near kill you. And right now, it's hot outside. I had to hoof it here because I didn't know we had a ball game tonight, so I couldn't park in my usual spot. Diva almost died, y'all. Y'all almost didn't have no show because, I was... my legs hurt because I've been out here trying to work on my body because I need to get some of this body fat off. Okay. Y'all can't tell, but I'm starting to develop a little muffin top. And no. Diva does not. I like looking like a snack, but not a snack like that, honey. Okay, Angie, I'll see you in a few.
Oh my God.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get a sip. I like looking like a snack, but I want y'all to be like, ooh.
Diva's got a muffin
I'm
top. I want to be a snack, but not a snack like that.
I'm not trying to look like a muffin, okay? I'm not trying to be a continental breakfast, okay? I'm just saying. Oh, sorry. The funny is coming back. I'm getting ready to start. I am, for those of you who were concerned about me and my stand-up comedy, I am going to start back pursuing that viciously. Because I feel like I talked to one of my friends. If y'all remember when Tamika James was on, I was telling her I have a friend who also, she is the diva, Samantha the diva. But she goes by the Diva. She can sing, she can dance. It's like Tamika and her should probably be sisters or cousins or somebody. But I talked to her and I really was like, okay, I need to get back on my grind. Because we were talking about on the East Coast and East Coast time. We get paid to do comedy out here in LA. Ain't nobody trying to pay you because hell, they got to pay their parking. Shit. I'm telling you, in LA, it's one of the most expensive, glamorous, heartbreaking, beautiful, confused, I don't know, cities ever to be. But what I'm saying is that, you get paid doing comedy out here and I need to get paid. Things are so, I don't know what's up with the economy. I just met my Lyft driver the other night. As a matter of fact, we might meet him. Hopefully he calls and follow up. I pass out my card. If people come, they come. But we both have law degrees, and we're talking about the struggle and strain it is to try to find a job. Because honestly, people with law degrees are some of the best people you can have to work for you, especially when it comes to compliance and auditing and all that. Those are the best people you can hire. I don't know what the problem is. And then with my resume, I have over 12 years actually in banking. So I don't know. And then I was also an adjunct professor, so I could also do learning and development as well. So I don't know what's going on out there, but I'm definitely going to start pursuing comedy again. I've got some new material. I'm telling you, life is crazy out here. You see some stuff, you be like, Lord help, like that girl down to the laundromat today. I was like, baby, your secret been told on you. Stop standing in front of the fan. Stop saying you mustard. I wanted to go to the car and offer her some, but I said she might be an all natural. I said if she hold up her arm, it might be hair up under there. And I don't want to offend nobody in their choices. Okay. Yes, honey. Yes. Diva.
Did you hear about our little famous 15-year-old from Georgia?
Who?
The one that beat Venus Williams at one Hamilton?
No.
Her name is Julia Crow. Look out there. Wimbledon just started, and she was a number 16 seed, and her hero has always been the Williams sister. She drew number 1 Venus Williams.
Coco Gauff?
That's it, Coco Gauff. She grew up in Atlanta and moved to Florida. 15 years old and knocked out the number 1 seed at Wimbledon.
That's why I believe anything is possible.
Anything can happen.
Anything.
Did you see her quote? Her quote said, and it's going to be my show tomorrow, but it said, when I sat there and I walked down the Wimbledon court, I told myself the lines are the same, the box is the same. It's just a racket, just a ball. That's what it is.
Awesome.
That's what she said at 15 years old after beating the number 1 seed.
These
kids are so volunteer now.
But and they said she took a science test just before trying to qualify for Wimbledon.
Yeah, she took a science test because she's 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe now that anything is possible. The Williams sisters and dad was like, we're going to do something different to get us out the hood. And he did.
Yeah.
They are multi-millionaires.
They'll be there for a while.
So it's just amazing how anything is possible, especially when you have the right. Hey, Storm, what's going on? Hey, Tammy, how are you all? We only have a few minutes left, but since y'all are on here, the question of the night, and I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to find other topics to talk about every night throughout the night. But the question of the night tonight was about being an older sibling and being forced to have to take care of your brothers and sisters because your parents want to go out and have a good time. Not because they working per se, but even then, y'all need to find your own babysitter. I got shit to do on Friday and Saturday night. I'll be in church on Sunday. In my house. So that's the question of the night is, how, if you were one of those people, how do you feel about even it happening today? There's just too many services. And like me, I was probably the worst babysitter for my little brother because I was like, well, if you fall, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, Mom. I'm just saying. But comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about that. But we just also got through talking about the fact that Venus Williams got taken down at 39 by a 15-year-old. So, hey, not because she's getting older, just because.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
You're giving up 24 years of life. When does age take over to experience? What's younger?
Well, both her and her sister had.
Yes.
Now, I will say this: they do have health issues. Because I think, doesn't Serena have issues with blood clotting or something? Venus has an autoimmune disease as well.
That 15-year-old was serving the serve that she served, the ace that she did to win the match was at 108 miles an hour. I want to see you hit something at 39 years old.
That's amazing.
39 years old, you touch 108, it's going to hurt.
Wow. Wow. Well, you know what? Hey, age ain't nothing but a number as far as I'm concerned. One of my church members, she just turned 60. She don't look it. She's fabulous. She talking about, because I try not to let life get me down. No stress, no strain. I just, I was like, because girl, you look good. And she's an excellent caregiver. She loves her grandkids. She's awesome. But real quick, I want to encourage y'all what the Diva is watching. Let me make sure my MacBook Pro. Okay. I'm watching Euphoria on HBO. I've mentioned that throughout the night. It's a show that disturbs me, but I can't turn away. If y'all know who Barry Levinson is, he was a big time producer in Hollywood. Now his son is now probably going to become the king of Hollywood. She said, my friend Storm said that's her with regards to the topic of the night. She said, my sister is my mom's favorite, but when she passed, my sister wasn't there. I had to do everything. Oh, yes, honey, I understand. That's the other thing, too. Parents play favorites all the time, too. And they claim that they don't, but they do. And sometimes you just can't help it. I mean, sometimes you give your siblings the side eye because you ain't got your shit together. And it's always the ones that don't have their shit together that they tend to love on a little bit more because they feel like they need to give that to them. And it's like, no, because sometimes your strong child need help too. Just like I do a bit when I do stand-up, there's a bit that I do about becoming a crackhead prostitute. Because I say that the people who always stand in need, who overcome their addictions, which was of their own volition, it's like everybody want to help them and give them everything. But then people like me who went to school, did the right thing, never really got in trouble other than maybe an occasional speeding ticket every now and then. But, no one ever asked us if we okay, if we need something dropped in our cash app. When the truth of the matter is, we are just all just one paycheck away. But meanwhile, you have this wayward sibling, and this is not happening in my family, but I'm just saying, I have friends where the family only focuses on that one sibling, and it's like the other one's kind of like, but I need you too, mama. I need you too, daddy. And it's not balanced. So that's why you end up with these crazy ass managers too, who still are suffering from childhood angst. I want to encourage any of y'all tonight who feel that way, go see a therapist or talk to somebody who is a therapist. Find you friends that are therapists. By the way, I just discovered, because I'm here in Atlanta, and sometimes I feel very much alone. I don't have a lot of friends here. My social network isn't that great. It's my own fault, because if I was doing stand-up, I would have more friends. But I found out that Bumble offers you a make friends option as well as a networking option for business and jobs and that type of thing. In addition, there's another app out there called Shaper, and it's Shaper without the E. You can also meet friends and business associates via that app as well. I'm still trying to figure that one out because it's a little wonky. Like, I'm supposed to be meeting up for coffee, but I can't go inside to talk. I have to always email the person back from my email. It's just different and weird. And I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, shouldn't you be able to do it from the app? And then when you try to do it from the app, they try to hit you with $19.99 a month. I'm like, why is it free through the email? Y'all worse than LinkedIn. Black hole LinkedIn. But anyways, we are coming to a close for a Diva Disturb. I hope you all enjoyed this particular episode. We were supposed to have an in-studio guest, but unfortunately she was in a car crash before coming here. So prayers up for her and her girlfriend, okay? But you can catch me back next week. Next week we will have comedian Joey That Dude. It will be here in Joey Diego. He will be in the house. Y'all are going to love him. We're going to talk about City on the Hill that comes on Showtime. So if you're not watching it, watch it because we're going to talk about it next week, okay? And other than that, coming up next Friday, for those of you who live in Atlanta, what's the name of the place? Sports and Social Club is having a Diva Disturb got a VIP. So if you come, you will get a free appetizer and all drinks will be half off from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Shout out to Byron from Sports and Social. Anyway, that's all I got. You all stay fabulous, stay glamorous, and don't forget, cash out Diva 1977. Good night.
Man. Over 100,000 all night. I'll show you. Talking about girl.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Karen, girl, we're going to have to talk about this some more. I'll respond offline. I'm going to log out. I love you, girl, and I never knew. I knew about some stuff, but I didn't know about that. We'll talk offline.
107. She was there for money.